And we are live. Hello, everyone. Hello, guys. Please write something in the chat if you can see me, if you can hear me, if everything is okay, if the sound is okay. Hello, everyone. Good to see you. Glad to have you here. We're gonna wait just a little while just for all the people to come. It's usually the case when some kind of event starts at X, and people will come at X plus 5-10 minutes or something. So for me personally, 5 to 10 minutes is not being late. It's just okay. Life is a complicated thing. So please write something in the chat if you are here. And I also want to know where are you from and what do you do in SEO? So write your country or your home city, and what do you do in SEO? With that, actually, my name is Nick. You should see it in the left corner of the screen, Nick Casey. I am product manager, Serbzilla /SAPE, you could say. And I am in SEO for some time, and I'm doing a lot of amazing work with the company, Serbzilla /SAPE. It's actually to negate some kind of a confusion between two types of users today, because there are a lot of people from SAPE right now and some people from Serbzilla. So it might be a bit complicated. So I want to explain that. So firstly, you probably know what SAPE is. SAPE is a company based in Russia, link building marketplace, agency, whatever you may call it. And Serbzilla is an international partner of SAPE. You could say it's a different branch of product targeted on the worldwide market, on all the people outside of our home country. So today, whenever I'm talking about SAPE or Serbzilla, you could put equal sign between those two. So all the stuff will be relevant, will be available for both companies, for both platforms. On the back end, I'm telling you by the secret, on the back end, they're very samey, pretty much is the same service. And I'm seeing all the people, game developer from Pakistan. Well, actually, sounds interesting. Pune, India, SEO executive. Also sounds cool. 5 years SEO, Mumbai. That's also India, if I remember correctly. Also Mumbai, also India. Yep, a lot of Indian people. So that's actually to be expected, because India is how you could say it. Well, maybe SEO country, the most SEO country in the world, if that makes sense. Country of IT services. So it's understandable that here a lot of Indian people. Me personally, I've actually been to India some time ago. This September. It was a business travel with a few people of our company. We were doing meetups. We're meeting with all the SEO influencers in the India. Actually visited Delhi and Bangalore. And actually, for my taste, Bangalore is more my type of city, because me personally, I'm from small city in Russia. You probably never heard of it. It's called Perm, and I'm more fond of a small city, small places to live. It's more like my taste. So I believe we can go and discuss whatever we want to discuss today. And we have a big news because, it is usually the case with Google. It does updates each now and then. It does huge updates targeted on link building, on backlinks. How do they work? What do they do? How can they be a positive or the negative in your SEO promotion? And usually, after such updates, like let's say last year, a Google 2021 core update, link update. And the last time, people were a bit worried that their link building strategy will just become irrelevant, unuseful, that Google will ban them. And usually, when such updates come, people sitting and waiting, checking what will happen, how it will influence their work. And we actually waited for some time. Like the update was last week. Usually, it takes a week to for the effects to hit. And now we have some data regarding what this update do specifically and how can it target your link building, your link strategy. And we're gonna discuss this Google update, and I will show in our system, both in our links SAP and our Serpzilla. I will show what to do to be 100% sure that you are not banned in any way based on the new guidelines by Google. And meanwhile, if you guys have any questions, feel free to type them in the chat. I see the chat right here. It's just a little bit away from my view, so I will be able to answer pretty much the same second. Give me a second. I will take a sip of water and we will go in. So firstly, a quick introduction into this Google update. It is called December 2022 a link spam update. So it sounds pretty scary. And some people think that a link spam means backlinks. First on, not all backlinks are spam links. Spam links is a very separate thing, separate beast that we're going to discuss a little bit later. This update was announced on December 14th. And officially, what to do? It aims to improve the site search, the Google search. It aims to improve to fight spammy backlinks. And Google actually introduced a new algorithm. It's called Spam Brain. It is a smart machine learning system that theoretically will be able to distinguish spammy backlinks and good backlinks. Usually, when we're talking about such backlinks, like spammy, what does it actually mean? Firstly, just PBN websites. You probably know what that means. It is a private network websites. A lot of them on one IP, on one URL, and they are created in a bulk, and they used a lot to promote, to do a link explosion, you could say. Thousands backlinks in 1 second. Secondly, Google considers different automated software like GSA Search Ranker to be spammy. So basically, those are two things that Google right now prohibits: PBN, GSA, Search Ranker, and all the rest of the software. It will do its decisions based on the smart algorithm. And right now, I would actually go in the interface and show you what exactly is possible in SAP/Serpzilla and what you can do to be 100% sure that you're not under any banned list under any prohibitions. Let's just go into. Yep. So, firstly, this is our links SAPE. Once again, SAPE and Serpzilla are good friends, are partners. Basically, a lot of similarities, differences in positioning, in people, but the core thing is the same. Right now, I'm gonna go through SAPE interface. It's a bit outdated. We're planning a new one, and actually, you can see there is a button to go to the new one, but I won't for now. And after that, I will go to Serpzilla and show you all the rest of the stuff just with Serpzilla. Let's go. Actually, let's start with project creation. I will add my fictional website, outcleaner.com. This is just a website I usually use for such instances. This is my made-up project for house cleaning. Let's just go and create that. Oh, sorry. I was sitting for too long. While it's loading, guys, I want actually to hear your thoughts on Google Core Update, on Google Link Spam Update. You, as the SEO specialist, probably heard of it and probably heard of it a lot. What do you think on that personally? Like your honest opinion, any would do. And meanwhile, while you're writing, I am in. Let's actually go and check what we can do with our tool to be 100% sure that we are not banned by Google with the new update. Well, firstly and mostly, if we want to have organic link profile, we need to mark links by a specific tag. There are quite a few tags. To be specific, do follow, no follow, sponsored. If you're actually interested in that, you can go on Serpzilla or SAPE blog and check out our study based on those tags. In our opinion, in our study, do follow is basically the same as sponsored. This is a specific tag for Google that marks your backlink in a specific way. And based on that tag, the effect of that backlink will be very different. For example, tag sponsored is very relevant right now. It is a new thing by Google, and it is something that Google wants you to mark all your paid backlinks. However, the organic link building profile is not it doesn't consist of just sponsored backlinks. So this is the first thing that we want to do as SEO specialists right now. We want our backlink profile to be as organic as possible. We don't want to be to appeal spammy for the new Google algorithm, and for that, we suggest to mark backlinks partly by nofollow and partly by sponsored. What part to take with each tag is actually up to you. You can do it 50 by 50, for example. And additionally, you can check what your competitors do. When we're talking about competitors, they already have that kind of a ratio. And if they're doing good, if they're doing better than you, it is a good thing to check on them and to do a bit similar but better. Actually, I'm seeing the comment. I think it's time to change. Actually, let me do it like this. I think it's time to change the backlink strategies and focus on natural links. Actually, thank you for that. That's good insight into the market, what people actually thinks on that. And me personally, and me as a company representative, we both entities in me, we agree with you. This is completely true. We need to do link building naturally and organically. So if you're doing PBN or some kind of automated spammy software, it will not be ineffective, but it will probably be much harder, to the point that in some cases it will be ineffective. So this is the first thing that we can do. Let's actually go back and let's check what the rest is possible with my fictional project. Let's actually go and search for backlinks, because when we're talking about paid backlinks, it is very important to search through correct type of backlinks. And as you see, there are a lot of filters. Let's actually discuss what we want and what we need. So firstly, there are some quality metrics or trust metrics. Hrefs domain rating, Moz domain authority, citation flow, trust flow, there are a lot of them. They are not the same, but they are very similar. In a way, for example, when you're boosting your DA, your DR will also go higher. So in that case, when we're talking about one metric, it just can be also applied to all the others. So it is a common mistake for people to go through all the metrics and thinking that the more the better. Like, I'm searching through the website and I want at least 80 DR or at least 80 DA. The truth is, while such backlinks will be possible, they will be high quality, no doubt. They might be spammy for Google. And let me explain why. Remember when I talked about naturality, relevancy of your backlink profile? Well, in its prime, backlink profile does not consist of just DA80 backlinks. If you go through Ahrefs, for example, and you check your website, your competitor's website, usually it's the case when the majority of your backlinking profile is just a low DA backlinks. So at least 60% of your backlinks has DA 40 and less. So to be natural in eyes of Google, to not be banned as a spam guy, you need to keep your naturality, your relevancy. And to do that, you need to mimic to a natural backlink profile. So once again, to do that, you can just check out your competitors or just take my words as it is. At least 60% of your backlinks should be DA 40 to 50 and less. And the higher we go to the top, the less backlinks we need. So in reality, we need only a few backlinks with DR DA 80. Going a bit further, what do we want to do? Well, we can discuss about the domain zone, because there is also some kind of a good ratio, a sweet point for distribution. Because once again, give me a second, take a sip of water. Much better. So with the domain level, it is basically the same thing as with DA80. Yes, it is a good way Sorry, about the page level. It is a good way when you are buying backlinks from the home page. A very good thing. Those backlinks are usually more expensive, but they are better in their effect. And once again, the truth is, you don't need to buy all your backlinks from the home page. You need to have distribution. You need to have a ratio. Some of your backlinks, some of them must be from the subpages. The exact ratio is once again up to you to decide. I suggest once again 50 to 50, 40 to 60, something like that. And meanwhile, while I'm speaking, if you have any questions, any suggestions, any thoughts, maybe you want to argue with me, maybe you disagree with what I'm saying, feel free to type it in the chat. I'm here, I'm seeing everything, I'm hearing everything. So I will reply as soon as possible. Going on. Domain zone. Actually, some people are very strict with that for some reason. The truth is, there are some domain zones that are better. Like the creator of the world created the domain zones unequal, and in that way, .gov, .edu are very good. That's true. But as for all the rest, we don't have a specific effect based on that. So you can buy .uk, .com, .org, pretty much anything, and it is a good way because you not only need to be under the Google guidelines, but you still need to buy a lot of backlinks if you want to promote yourself, if you want to climb up in Google ranking. And for that, you need a lot of backlinks. So we want to buy as much as possible, but still we want to buy them safe and we want to buy them by Google guidelines. So in that case, whenever we can make our filters wider and wider, as wide as possible, actually. As for the site category, there is actually a very interesting thing that we can talk about. We have, when we're talking about topic, the topic of the website is not as important as the topic of the page itself. So you don't want to place your backlink on thematically relevant website. You want to find thematically relevant pages. And that such pages, it can be more pages than the websites. Well, eventually. You can find a relevant page on an relevant website. But this is a hard thing to do because for the site category, pretty easy, right? We just selected private life. We're going to find a website with private life tag. However, we have a thing called smart topic. It is our own smart machine learning system, just as Google. And this is a thing that can scan your website. Then it goes and scans all 1 billion pages that we have. And after that, it will present only thematically relevant pages. And in that case, such pages can be more than websites. So, once again, relevancy is important. With the relevancy, you can achieve naturality. You can achieve something that we're striving to get right now. So use site category, but remember that our smart topic is more relevant and better. When we're talking about site language, also a very interesting thing. We have our own. We have quite a few studies, actually. I actively encourage you to go to Sapru or subzilla.com in our blog and check all our studies, all our surveys. There are a lot of things to to put your thoughts into. Right now, I want to focus on specifically site language and page language. We had a case when we promoted a British website. It was a website about gardening tools. And we promoted such websites using backlinks from Russian websites. And we succeeded so much, you never believe me. And the reason is we can put backlink in the thematically relevant surroundings. So what we can do is we can create a long anchor text. And inside that anchor text will be our keywords. And they will be clickable, and the rest of the text will be unclickable. And this is enough for thematically relevant surroundings for the backlink. And with this life hack, with this cheat, we can not only be under Google guidelines, but we can expand our publisher websites with a lot more. We need to search not only English websites, but German websites, French websites, Indian websites, even Russian websites. So once again, a lot of cool things we can do. And basically a lot of other things to do. Once again, I'm going back to this update. What this update do? This algorithm. Yeah, Google wants to ban black hat SEO. Such technique that does very shady manipulations. So you need to be as organic as possible, as relevant as possible. To do that, use our filters. Try to buy very different backlinks. Like the more diverse you like link building profile is, the better. And additionally, well, I forgot what I was gonna to say about like additionally, be a decent guy. I believe additionally, drink a lot of water, sleep well. I don't know. And this is basically it for the links.sape. Oh yeah, I remember what I was going to talk about right now. Additionally, it is a big thing in terms of how many backlinks do you want to buy and how fast do you want to buy them. This is very, very important. You don't want to buy, let's say, 1,000 backlinks in one day, because in that case, a Google algorithm will see that. Right now, it can, based on machine learning system, detect that. So you want to avoid that, and you want to buy backlinks slowly and steady. And our system allows that. Let me actually go back to my project, and let me show you how it can be done. Let's give it a few seconds to load. Meanwhile, how it's supposed to work. Yep. So this is our auto mode. And as you see, there are a lot of things that we can do. We can limit the automatic system to buy very little backlinks each day. So Google algorithm, sorry, it will detect, it will determine if you are spammy or not based on the amount of backlinks you're going to buy. If you're buying them thousands in one click, this is something shady. This is unnatural. So you want to set a limit. So it is a total number of backlinks that are going to be bought, then the monthly budget, and then maximum links per day. the exact numbers that you need to apply are based on your website right now. So if you have a huge website, if you already have 1,000 backlinks, it is a good idea um, to buy hundreds of backlinks each day. It will be okay in eyes of Google. But for example, if your website is very small right now, if you have only a few backlinks, then you need to start very, very slow. Only a few backlinks each day. And eventually, when your project grows, you will be able to increase those numbers. So, those are the things that you can do. Once again, our tool, both SAPE and Serpzilla, they provide enough so you'll be sure that your project is not banned, is not prohibited by Google. Google algorithm bans black hat SEO, and we are not. So pretty easy thing. Let me actually make another screen demonstration, and I will show you the same stuff with Serpzilla and new interface of SAPE. Pretty much same stuff. Meanwhile, once again, I'm going to remind you, so any questions, any suggestions, if you want to argue with me, if you want to add something, because I know that you are, guys, SEO specialists. So in many ways, you know a lot of stuff, a lot more than I do. So if you want, feel free to add anything. I will be happy to discuss that with you. So meanwhile, I will share my screen. Any options for creating backlinks with targeted keywords? Actually, quite a few options for that. Thank you for that question. However, can you expand a little bit on what do you exactly mean by targeted keywords? Because you can type your own anchor text. You can type your own keywords. So they can be whatever you want it to be. But if you mean something different, please correct me. And meanwhile, I want to basically show you a bit of a different interface, a bit of a different system, but it's basically the same stuff. So once again, SAPE and Serpzilla are good partners. SAPE is more for a Russian market, Serpzilla for international market. The backend, very much the same. The website base is very much the same. And right now we're working on making a different interface. So this is a new interface. It will be both for Serpzilla and for SAPE. And as you see, it's a lot prettier than the old one. So I'm happy to show it to you. I'm very excited. Yes, anchor text link. Okay, good. So Shah, I believe I'm pronouncing your name correctly, Shah. I believe I answered your question then. You can provide your own keywords, your own anchor texts. We encourage to do that. And we actually have a lot of suggestions about how you need to do that. So yes, it is very important thing. Thank you for the question. What about wiki links, which many companies provide? If we're talking about some kind of a free backlinks, in that case, actually, I want to let me drag you on the screen. It's almost like you're here with me on the stream, like as you see. Your face, my face. So, can you expand your question a little bit? Because you're talking about paid backlinks or just free submission-based backlinks, because this is very important. But the answer is probably the same It is that those backlinks are not banned by new Google policy. Like the new algorithm specifically states that it will ban PBN and it will ban um, spammy automated services, like specific softwares. Um, any backlinks that are placed on websites, on specific types of websites, are not bad by themselves. However, there are a lot of things that we can do to be 100% sure that those backlinks are good. Yes, it's free submission back. Okay, good. Thank you. So, if we're talking about free backlinks, they can be spammy sometimes, because usually when we're placing such backlinks, we're placing them on a website that provides a lot of backlink space. There are a lot of other backlinks. We can do a lot of things to place them correctly. For that, basically, we need to do the same thing as we're going to do right now. So we need to do good anchor text for that backlinks, and we need to select websites very I don't know what to say, very selectively. We want to select websites selectively, if that makes any sense. Let's actually go in the tool itself and let's search for backlinks and see how they look. So let's check out all the filters that we have. And let's once again go through all of them. So whenever you're placing a backlink on paid basis or on a free basis, you want to be sure that this backlink is organically it exists organically in your backlink profile. Once again, at least 60% of your backlinks should be a low DA or low DR. They're pretty much the same metric. I don't want to expand it right now. Well, in that case, if the free website that you're going to use, if it has DA too low or too high, it might be unnatural, irrelevant for Google. So pay close attention to the metrics of the website that you're choosing. The traffic is also a good metric, in addition to either DR or DA. So we'll be able to check if the website is actually alive or not. Let's actually type the metrics that we want. Traffic is actually okay, around 2,000, 3,000. This is a live visitors per month. And actually, a small thing to brag about right now. It is very unintuitive, and this is something people don't understand usually because we do not state it anywhere in the interface. But our metrics, specifically our trust metric, is more relevant, is more precise than Ahrefs, SEMrush, and Moz. Usually. It is because we have our own counters, our own scripts that check the websites and counters each and every live visitors. So this data is very precise and it is picked by ourselves. Meanwhile, I don't want to say that Ahrefs metrics of traffic is bad, but it is automatically calculated based on frequency of the keywords and a lot of the surrounding data. They can't they do not own any websites by themselves, and they can't count them by themselves. So they can pick as some kind of estimation, like forecast, like with weather. thank for your suggestion. It's actually thank you for your question. Always actually glad to speak with the people, because when I'm talking just by myself, I'm feeling very lonely. I need some people. I need some interaction. Let's go deeper. Like, we selected domain authority. We don't want too high or too low. We selected traffic. We want some kind of an average thing. Then we want nesting level. It's actually possible to select while purchasing, so we don't do anything with that. And actually, topic. We can select our own topic, or we can go to smart topic. Once again, this is our smart machine learning system that will check your website, and then it will check all our websites, on all our pages, and based on that, it will present you only thematically relevant pages. The thing we're trying to do, once again, is we're trying to build our backlinks as organically as possible. So for that, thematical relevancy is very good. For the site language and for the domain zone, I talked about that before. We don't want too strict filters, because usually the organic backlinking profile is very diverse in terms of languages and domain zones. So we pretty much selected whatever we want. Let's go and search. Yep. And we found quite a few websites. So right here are the pages that we can place our backlink at. We can select our URL we want to place, and we can select our own anchor text. It's pretty easy to do. Typo, something like that. So as you see, pretty simple. And additionally, what we can do, remember at the beginning of our meeting, I told you that you can surround your keywords by relevant text. So this is something that we can do. We can select this part of a text, and we can click this button. And as you see, it is now surrounded by hashtags. So whenever our backlink is going to be placed, it's going to be placed with this whole phrase, but only this part of the phrase will be actually clickable. And we can actually expand the text. Doesn't make any sense. Something like this, maybe. So I suppose you can see what I'm trying to say. We can surround the click part of the link by the text, and the text can be very, very thematically relevant. In that case, it is additional plus, and it is very organic looking. This is something that we want to do, to be organic looking. So a lot of high quality roller skates, why not? And we want to select the exact page we want to place our backlink at. We can either select the main page or the sub pages. Once again, we're encouraging you to do both. Some links should lead to the main page, some to the sub pages. The ratio is depending on your project. It's usually 50 to 50 or 60 to 40. The majority of the backlinks should be on the sub pages. So let's say we're buying one backlink from the main page and a few backlinks from sub pages. And we can, for each purchase, we can select our URL, and we can select our texts. And they can be different, and they should be different. And as you see, the link, there are 4 links, and they're going to be placed for $7. And this is actually a thing to discuss additionally, because $7 is pretty much nothing in SEO space, in SEO community. The reason it is so cheap is that those links we consider them rental or subscription based. Those backlinks going to be placed for 1 month and will be renewed automatically until we have enough balance on our account. This balance. So the beauty of those types of backlinks is that they're firstly very cheap, very affordable. Secondly, they're very easy to be placed. And thirdly, they're very easy to be canceled. You don't want your backlinks to be placed forever. Usually, SEO specialists go in through their paid backlinks every now and then, and renewing them, deleting, buying new one. So the profile should be fresh. And this is something that is very easy to do with that. Let me actually demonstrate. Yep. As you see, links are purchased. Right now, our system doing its magic. It's going to go through all those websites, and it's going to place our backlink on that pages automatically in a few hours. And if we want to check what's going on with our backlinks, we need to go to this page. Yep, as you see, actually, I have one backlink in error status. This is actually not a bad thing. This is a good thing. Because it sounds weird, I know, but allow me to expand on that. The system automatically checks if the link is placed or not. If something is wrong, you will see the error. And after that, a link will be canceled automatically. For those of you who work with SAP for a long time, I'm not talking about something new. Those are rental backlinks. You do them probably a lot. For those of you who come with SERPzilla, you should probably also know what the rental backlinks do. Those are our niche edits. SERPzilla niche edits, SAP niche edits, tomato, same thing. Yep. And if I want to check, I can open this window. I can see the status. I can see the indexation. I can see how it's supposed to look. And I can cancel or go to sleep with all those backlinks. And I actually want to cancel because this is a testing account, and I don't want my money to be depleted. Yep. And just like that, like in front of your eyes, I bought 4 backlinks and canceled a lot more backlinks. Pretty much my job here as the SEO specialist is done. I built a tree house, and then I deleted a whole life house. So going back to what I was talking about right now. Google link spam update. It is alive right now, and it is live for at least 1 week. We didn't see any bad influence on our services. And it is true from year to year. Google making such updates every year. And the reason we are not targeted as a service is because this update targets specifically spammy backlinks, PBM, and services like GSA Search Ranker. So naturally, you can do whatever you are doing right now, and you won't be targeted by new Google algorithm. But if you want to be 100% sure, you can follow my advices. You can go to SAP or SERPzilla and check out our blog, because there are a lot of different materials, a lot of different stuff that you can read to be 100% sure that you doing your backlinking are 100% safe and 100% relevant and natural. And I'm out of water for now. So I believe this is the sign that we should end this stream. Guys, any questions, any thoughts, any suggestions, feel free to write them in the chat. Always here to answer them. Is there a possibility of referral traffic from those links? Actually, good question. Thank you for that. There is always some possibility in pretty much everything. So the short answer is yes, but the longer answer, not exactly. We do not do such backlinks to get traffic from them. We do such backlinks to increase our trust metrics, to increase our domain authority, domain rating, citation flow, trust flow, all of them. When we increase such metrics, Google will rank us higher in Google search. We will move to top 50, to top 100, to top 50, to top 10, to top something. And when we are high in Google, we have a lot of traffic from Google. When you are in top of the Google, usually you can have up to 90% of your traffic coming from that. So you have a lot of traffic from Google, and traffic means people. Traffic means traffic. Traffic means live leads and money eventually. So once again, you're doing backlinks. They increase your trust metrics. Those increase your position in Google ranking. Those positions increase your traffic, and traffic eventually comes with money. So this is the logic that we are targeting, that we want to do right now. Once again, thank you for your question. Very interesting stuff to talk about. Oh, actually, there is one thing I completely forgot to talk about. Starting with this specific thing, like it's a weird thing to do. Well, this is my email, and I want you to write to me, nickcasey@serbzilla.com. I want you to write me because very soon we're going to test a lot of new stuff with our SAPE and Serbzilla. And we need the people who can help us with testing, who can do a few basic stuff. Like we can basically go into one-to-one meeting. You will give us a screen demonstration, and I will just guide you what you need to do. And it will take like 15 to 30 minutes, no more. And based on that, we're going to award people with real money to the interface, to the Serbzilla, to the SAPE. So just 15 minutes survey for us to be sure that our system works great. And for you, it is real money to start backlinking, to do your search. So please write me on n.casey@serbzilla.com. The more people that write, the better. We do not have any upper limits, so pretty much you have a 100% chance to get money for your backlinking. What you need to do is just to write me and to have a short meeting with me. And actually, a very exciting thing, because you will be one of the first who will encounter very exciting updates for the interface. A lot of things that we're planning to do within a short period of time. So stay updated. The tool becomes better and better each day. So for now, I believe that's it. We've discussed a lot of things, both for SAPE and SERPzilla. I hope it was productive. Actually, please type in the chat if it was productive. If you're not typing in the chat, I'm just assuming that it was productive. So there are no other options. If you're typing something, we're productive. If you're not typing something, we're productive. Anyway, I hope it was helpful. It definitely was interesting for me to speak with you guys. Oh, actually, one more question. Always glad to answer. Any suggestions for people looking for backlinks organically? Yes, a lot of suggestions. Basically, all this webinar was about organic backlinking. So if you want to rewatch it, maybe there will be a recording available. Basically, all my suggestions, they are about organic backlinking. Those stuff considered to be organic by Google itself. So it is not something that I imagined by my own. It is not something that I'm making up. Glad actually that it was useful for you. So, guys, once again, thank you for your time, for your patience. Go to SAPE, go to SERPzilla, go to our blog, write me an email, do backlinking safe. That's it. Have a nice day. Bye.